Illegal is basically against the law.
Against the law.
Someone who's breaking the law or something that breaks the law.
For me, illegal is simply something prohibited by the law.
Illegal to me is a term used for someone who's here in the country without papers or is undocumented or came across one of our borders in a way that was, like did not go through the border patrol and came through in an undocumented way.
I think of like people from Mexico crossing borders without having like green cards and stuff.
This country without someone's in this country illegally, I guess.
Generally, I only hear it when people are angry about like people who are here undocumented. So I'll hear alien when somebody's saying, "Oh, that alien is taking our jobs." I think it's something that people don't understand how to deal with. People who are here from other countries due to this sort of patriotic, like American way we've adopted.
Well, I know it means like immigrants or someone that's not from the U.S. or not doesn't have like documentation or anything.
When I hear the word illegal alien, not because I have this stereotype, but because I feel like it's been implemented through the media, I imagine usually a Hispanic, mostly Mexican person that has crossed the U.S. border illegally, which that's the image that comes to my mind when I think of the word illegal alien, which I don't think is I think is a bad stereotype, but because the media pursues it and implies its own.
People who come from like third world countries and they like migrate to the US or to other bigger countries like Japan or something, and then they work without having like actual visas or documents that say they're a citizen.
Okay. And what about undocumented workers? Is it the same as illegal alien or is it different?
Sort of. I see them as sort of the same, but I know a lot of people will think of them as, the worker who's like taking their job away from them, even though an undocumented worker, just from what I know, generally takes like very low paid jobs and hard labor that nobody else is willing to do. So they do a lot of the work behind the scenes, I think, for us.
Is one better than the other, do you think? Is there a
Undocumented
difference?
worker
Why?
versus illegal alien.
Yeah.
I guess undocumented worker has a kind of a more humane ring to it. Illegal alien kind of makes people seem like, if someone is considered an illegal alien, it kind of makes them seem like beneath humans. Human.
Like the term alien is very degrading when you refer to a person as an alien.
And what if you refer to a person as an undocumented worker? Does it change at all to you?
Well, actually, my dad has a company and he has a lot of experience with undocumented workers. They usually have background checks. Sometimes the background checks fail. Sometimes they do pass, but then they later find out that they were undocumented, so he does have to fire them. So like for me, I feel like undocumented workers work just as hard, and I feel like the consequences for them working are a lot more vast, and I'd say there's a lot more at stake for them.
And is that the same as undocumented worker, or are those two different terms?
I never really thought about those terms before.
What do you think?
Well, an undocumented worker is still illegal, but they have the right to work in the U.S. So I guess there is a little bit of a difference.
And it's it's ingrained in my mind, I would say. So like when I imagine an undocumented worker, it's a Mexican from Juarez, for me specifically, because I'm from El Paso, that came across the border, and they usually do construction work, and I mean, that's the image that I have in my mind when I think of undocumented.
For an illegal alien, I hear that they're here to take away our jobs, or just like they're not meant to be here, and the stereotype is that they come here and kind of steal from us or mooch off of other people's success, which I think is totally false. And usually the stereotypes are here are really negative about people. They come from people who are really for keeping the borders closed and secure.
I think people specifically from Mexico.
Okay. Why? Do you know?
Because living in Arizona and like all of the laws that are passed, like regarding specifically Hispanic people.
Okay. And what about undocumented workers? Do those stereotypes change at all?
Yeah, because when I think undocumented workers, I think people from all types of countries, like impoverished countries.
Okay.
Not particularly, other than they're supposed to be considered, bad people by those in charge.
Okay.
They're not following the law.
I think it's so hard to call somebody illegal because they're here. I mean, they're a person who is here doing, what they think is right. So I think it's really harsh to say that somebody is illegal and like not allowed to be living a life that, is that they're trying to make better for themselves or their family. So I definitely don't think you should be able to call somebody illegal.
I feel like it's just their status. Like me personally, I believe in globalization. So I feel like, it's kind of like a weird, honestly, I don't think we can live in a world like that today, but I feel like one day there should be borderless lands where, where you can find opportunity no matter where you are. And your citizenship should not stop you from finding